My God, you look awful. Do you need help?
No thanks. It looks worse than it is.
Are you all right? You look like someone gave you a thrashing.
Don't worry. I'm fine.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything, then? Nothing suits your fancy, eh? Here it comes!
What about the bridge behind the yellow office? We could block it with sand and rocks at night.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything then, eh?
Sweet Virgin Mary, did you get hit by a horse?
Tis but a scratch.
The world has never seen. Apart from that deaf brother of yours, you're a family of whore sons.
What
Did you say? I'll kill you. Ha! Ha! We'll finish this quickly.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
How terrible!
Shit, fuck! I'm not up to this!
Fuck! I'm bleeding. What the fuck did you do that for?
Get up. We're not finished here. You nearly...
Fuck you.
Oh, damn it. You really worked me over. I don't think I'll be laying down anytime soon.
My wife and I are picking paddock.
My God. What happened to you?
Welcome. A few days. I said.
Were there any val?
You bet. And for if you're
And where did the...
on the road, I can't.
Well, what can you do?
Nothing. What would you like?
I'll have a look at the wares. Word about the price.
Gut, versuchen wir's. Nein, so bestimmt nicht. I'm done haggling with you. Wie schade.
Mother of God! Did you get hit by a horse? Nah, it's nothing. Just a scratch.
Was möchtest du?
What do you have for sale?
What can you do? Mind where you're going!
Was ist das? What are you skulking around here for?
Christ, you stink to high heaven.
Yeah, yeah.
Quick! Go! Go! God! God! Good. Quick! Go! Quick!
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, somebody gave you a good working over. Are you all right?
Well, this? Nah, it's nothing. but thanks for asking.
Oh, what did you get yourself into? What do you want here, you yokel?
I'll have a look at your wares.
I hope you'll be satisfied. Take care. Greetings.
I'd like to play dice. Care for a roll or two?
What game would you like to play?
Wagoners.
And do you have enough money for it?
Ah, I reckon I don't. Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
I've heard about you, but you can't beat me.
I'll have a beer.
God, why? God in heaven, you're seeing this. My God, what happened to you?
What are you waiting for? Hell to freeze over?
Certainly. Have no fear.
If I was you, I'd take it. No harm done. It wasn't very good anyway.
My God, this is killing me.
Like that?
My God, what now?
There! That turned out all right. Now I'll show you how it's done. It ain't going my way today.
Today's batch turned out well, eh?
Are you all right? You look like someone gave you a thrashing.
Jesus Christ. What have you been rolling around?
Would you like to play dice?
What game would you like to play?
Let's play beggars.
And do you have enough money for it?
I reckon. How about farmers?
And do you have enough money for it?
I actually don't want to play anything. See ya.
Greetings. Ugh. You know what a bath is, don't you?
How you doing? I'm Henry.
Nice to meet you. I'm Zdeněk. I'm a storyteller. I could tell you stories so sad they'd make the devil cry. Or would you prefer something so scary it'll make the hairs on your ass turn white? But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something to drink or a couple of groschen, that might help loosen my tongue.
Greetings, how are you? And to you.
To your health, my friend.
Health my arse? Are you yanking my pizzle?
I know quite a few stories myself. How about a trade? A story for a story.
All right, then. But if it's the one about the magic porridge pot, don't bother. I've heard it 100 times. And that story always leaves me feeling hungry.
Do you know the story about the boy whose pa sent him to steal an evil ogre's treasure?
No, I don't. How does it end?
Well, unfortunately, the evil ogre, Kunesh, catches the boy and eats him, bones and all.
Is that all you got? You wouldn't get a single copper coin for that.
Let's see. How about the one about the band of knights and the gold ring they kept stealing from each other?
That doesn't sound any better.
How can I know if it'll be worth it?
If you don't believe me, ask anyone. They all know me in the village, and they all know I'm good.
So they all sing your praises, even if you stutter?
You know what? Go to hell. You can bugger right off if you're looking to... But if you want to...
You know what?
Oh, aye. Farewell.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything then, eh?
What did you get yourself into, lad? Go and see the surgeon before you bleed to death.
That ointment of yours is a gift from heaven. Now they only ache when there's
I've survived worse.
That's handy, isn't it? At least you know when to round up the cattle.
Don't shove!
Sweet. I smell... a business opportunity.
I'll have a look at your wares.
Maybe next time then.
You're bleeding. Do you need some help?
Greetings to you.
What can I do for you?
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Go over to the anvil and let's get started. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up bit by bit. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works better. Tell the temperature by the colour, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? It's the colour of straw, which is what you want. And you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. Could you hurry it up a bit?
Christ, what?
What is it? Look, if you're tired, I don't think this is for you. What is it? You're not tired, are you? That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
Fuck me.
It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Yeah, besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Sparks. That's the stuff. The ring you want. The ring you want. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. Nice whistling. It's easy. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it. And the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are...
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up. And by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
What's the right way to heat up the workpiece?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the color should be the same everywhere, if your forging's going to be even. The main thing is, don't work it cold. You just ruin it. But don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace, take it out.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. And they can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you could sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house. There are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them. You go in by the rear door, next to the woodshed, and you can put your things in the chest there. Don't worry, nobody'll steal them.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right, here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
I heard you could teach me something.
Sure, why not? If you pay me, I'll teach you a few of my tricks. What is this about?
Next time it'll be even better. Are you all right? You look like someone gave you a thrashing. No, it needs a bit more.
Ha! You pig! You got something against washing?
Sweet Virgin Mary! Did you get hit by a horse?
Tis but a scratch.
Are you all right? You look like someone gave you a thrashing.
Ah, don't worry. I'm fine.
Oh, well, what can you do? What would you like?
Show me your wares.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything? It's about those two idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semine, and they never came back.
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know where my cart ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semine and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone? I could have a look along the way. Maybe their cart broke down or something.
There's only one road to Semine that can take a cart. It leads from Takov to Troskovitz, and then to the south. but I've got a bad feeling they got up to no good in Samin.
Those two hands of yours, Venza and Franzi, what can you tell me about them?
Can't tell you much. They're wandering laborers. I don't think they want all the help I can get.
Were they suspicious in any way?
No, they worked hard. They ain't no slackers. And I can't say that about everyone.
What was the cart carrying?
Bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. I'd say Lord Samin wants to rearm his garrison with new equipment. There were some hunting swords, bastard swords, crossbow bolts. I also fixed the trigger on young Samin's crossbow. And some kitchen stuff. Sacks of charcoal, all sorts of things. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
All right.
Go ahead.
Gladly. I'll kick some... variety into them. Can I ask you about that cart?
What is it you need to know?
Have you any idea which way they might have gone?
There's only... But
All right.
Time